What's good, everybody? I'm Blitz5, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 2018 gaming landscape and also what I like to call the fight for the fall. So, the fall is the biggest time in the video game season. It's like the biggest portion of the video game cycle or the yearly cycle where the most games come out, they bring in the most revenues right before the Christmas season. It's historically been where the biggest games are launched. Now, on top of that, now we see a lot of games launching in February and March, and then there also seems to be kind of another cycle around the end of May. And then usually in the summer, it's kind of like a lull. Sometimes some games get released, and then usually some games that are trying to get out ahead of the fall will come out in the beginning of the fall in like August and September, and then the heavy hitters come in October and November ahead of the video game season. And that brings us to the heavy hitters, and that's why I'm making this video really is for Call of Duty, the historic heavy hitter. And then we got Battlefield, and then also interestingly enough, we have the return of Red Dead Redemption this year, which is kind of throwing a curveball in all of the release dates and the fight for the fall, like I like to say. So the reason why, I thought to make this video is because as I'm recording this, today is the day of the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 reveal, which is May 17, 2018, and this is happening at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I find this to be really interesting because they've already released that they were going to be releasing their game on October 12th, 2018. And this is way earlier than normal. So if you're familiar with Call of Duty, which you probably should be, is that the game always comes out in early November. It's always around like November 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever they do, the first week of November. Used to always come out on Tuesday. Most video games always came out on Tuesday. Then Call of Duty kind of switched it to where I think if you pre-ordered it came out the Friday earlier. And this year they're really moving things ahead by pushing back the release date almost 1 month to October 12th, 2018. And as soon as I think of October in the video game season, I think of Battlefield because that game has always traditionally launched in October. Then I'm thinking, what else is coming out in October? So I Googled the Red Dead Redemption release date, and that is set on October 26, 2018. And then I realized that this was actually announced back earlier in 2018 before Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And I feel like with that knowledge and all of the rumors with Red Dead Redemption possibly having a Battle Royale game, and also it's just such a big title coming out, people really love the Red Dead Redemption series. And that game just has so much nostalgia that this is going to be a huge title for 2018. It seems like, in my opinion, if I was releasing Call of Duty, I would push it up before Red Dead Redemption and an attempt to push it before Battlefield. And even with the reveals and stuff, if you look at the dates, Call of Duty is pushing all of this stuff ahead of Battlefield V, or whatever the Battlefield title is going to be launched, now known as Battlefield V. So if you look at it, the Battlefield V doesn't even have a release date yet. So their reveal is happening on May 23rd, and that's probably where they're going to announce a release date, which is going to be really interesting to see if they try to push it ahead of Call of Duty. If they go ahead of Call of Duty, there's definitely some kind of release date war going on here. But Call of Duty has actually gone ahead of the Battlefield reveal and is doing the reveal today, as I mentioned, May 17th. So they're doing the reveal a week ahead of Battlefield, and they're launching the game about a week earlier than the traditional or historic Battlefield launches. So the last Battlefield game launched on October 21st, and most of the Battlefield games have always launched in that like third or fourth week of October. So this is super interesting, at least from a sales perspective. So as a gamer, you might not really care, but it actually does add up to like the community, what's going to be going on with this game, right? And that's what kind of happened to Titanfall. I made a video about why Titanfall 2 was destined to fail. It's because it launched in between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty, and Battlefield 1 was such a big title at the time because it was going back to World War II. Call of Duty was still selling a lot of games at the time, and squeezing a Titanfall game in the middle of that, I know it probably sold okay in the time, but the community and stuff did not really stick around. I'm sure there's still people maybe playing the game, who knows? But I'm just kind of speaking generalities here. The game ended up failing overall, and to me, I think that's why it would have had a better chance if it, launched in August, September, in January, in February, because when you compete with these games, people only have so much money and so much time. And they're only going to commit to about a game or two, because that's normally what I do, and a lot of my friends do. You only have 60 or 120 bucks, or you wait and you ask one for Christmas. I mean, some people, whatever, again, speaking generalities, might buy all the games, but normally I pick 2 in the fall and I stick with those. So this year, it's probably going to be the Call of Duty title and also Red Dead Redemption, but I do kind of have a awkward situation going on here because I really did enjoy Battlefield 1, so I might be purchasing all 3 of these titles. But then, you know, realistically, I'm not going to have time to play all 3 of these, so it's really going to depend on which ones my friends get and stuff like that, and a lot of that is determined by what game comes out first. But you also know that most people, including myself, if you're a big Xbox gamer, they're definitely going to be getting Red Dead Redemption, so that's taking one of those slots, like, guaranteed. And to me, a lot of the times, I mean, it comes up to personal preference, but Call of Duty is a bigger title than Battlefield. So a lot of times I feel like that will win out, especially with, you know, the FPS crowd, right? But, you know, again, who knows? Battlefield 1 made some huge strides. That game really came back with Battlefield 1, so it could be a really interesting 2018. And after this reveal, if Battlefield 1 comes out and says, hey, we're coming out before Call of Duty, things are really going to get interesting. I think Red Dead Redemption, as I said before, is rock solid being at the end of October. They don't really have anything to deal with. But these seem to be, I checked the release schedule for 2018. These seem to be the biggest games in their category coming out in the fall, at least announced as of now. And in the coming week, it'll be really interesting to see what information we have on these 2 games, speaking of Black Ops 4 and Battlefield. And then also, we have the release date for Red Dead Redemption, but no actual or factual news on the Battle Royale mode yet, or any kind of trailer or footage. So that's going to be very interesting. And I guess we'll leave it there. We still got to wait. I'll probably make another one of these videos, but I love this kind of stuff because I'm invested in all 3 of these video game companies. I'm invested in Activision, Electronic Arts, and Take-Two. Activision obviously publishing Call of Duty, EA publishing Battlefield, and Take-Two owning Rockstar, which publishes the Red Dead Redemption series. So for me, I love this stuff. This is what I'm really into. And as a investor, a consumer, a fan, I just like it from every angle. So please, at the end of this video, or right now, because I am ending the video, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. List what game you're going to get, if you're going to get all 3, if you're going to get 2, if you're going to get 1. I'm really interested to hear what you guys will say. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.